guys, this is part 1 of our ASL 2 class. I'm going to start on page 395 with vocabulary. I'm just going to go through unit 12 vocab. For you guys, I know we've been before, but it's kind of nice for me to do it with you guys. So if you don't feel like you need it, feel free to skip this video. Or on the opposite end, if you want to pause and shadow me and all that, that's great too. So page 395, this is vocab for the tailor. The first one is decide. Cold, we know that already. Himself or herself, we did in class. Like if you want to do it yourself or that they did it themselves, okay? Smooth or silky texture, just like this. You start out kind of open hands and come forward just a little bit. It's like you're feeling a silk, okay? To sew, F hand shapes, like this, okay? To wear or use is a pretty generic sign, equivalent for the English word use. To appear shabby, just worn out, starts out with S hand shapes and just, it's like it just falls apart. Scissors, I think we should know that one from the past. Comfortable, this is referring to clothing, but it could also be a situation, weather, anything like that. Your hands are just kind of stroking each other. You're comfortable, okay? That's 12.1. On to 12.2, page 399, vocabulary review. They have removing and discarding something from a shirt. You just take it off and throw it off. You can also do it from a sleeve, from your pants. I don't know if my pants are visible in the video, but you get the idea. I mean, you could take something off a wall, okay? Cutting off the shirt cuff, we went through last week. Of course, you're gonna cut it off and then you're gonna take it and throw it away, okay? Adding to something. This is almost exactly like the sign for addition, okay? But it's from the bottom, to add to, okay? Put something on a shirt front, add something, and sewing onto a certain area of clothing. So here they're sewing onto the sleeve, but again, you could sew on the neck. If you had stitches, which I should have had this week, you could sew on your skin, okay? And so on and so forth. Something that is too long. So all of these are just almost classifiers. They're typical signs, but you're gonna see a little bit of different ways of doing them. But top of 400, if something's too long, you could do that for a coat, a shirt, a robe, a dress, pants. I mean, anything, any kind of clothes that it's too long. It's just, and it's really, you wanna do the right facial expressions for that, okay? Too short, okay? And too small, too tight, okay? And too loose, of course, is like it's baggy, okay? Not pretty, unattractive, or ugly. Fingers start with a one hand at your nose. So I learned this in the first place as just one-handed. The two-handed one is just more for emphasis, okay? Brand new, so this is the sign general for new. If it's really new, it's, okay, you kind of do that little head shake to emphasize. Old-fashioned, old-fashioned, fashioned, okay? Same sign as French fry, but you're gonna hopefully know that they're not talking about old French fries. So, old-fashioned. Style, they say it's just finger spelled. I know it with a circle movement like this. So if you're using it, you can do either one of those. It's kind of fun to sign in a circle, but that is not in your book. Simple or plain, it's just like this. It's like finger at your mouth and then comes down for nice. Frilly. And then top of 401. How you feel about it? Better? That's better. Is it okay? Perfect. F hand shapes. Whew, that's perfect. It's just like, I mean, you could do that even in English. Yes, that's good, but with two hands. Perfect, okay? Pretty or beautiful, we already know. Beautiful, okay? All right, for one fine day, so now we're at vocab at the top of 403. We have the sign for fox. We went through these in class too. Fox, F comes past your face, okay? Thirsty, one hand shape down your throat like you're parched. Thirsty, okay? To be filled up, so S hand shape on your non-dominant hand, flat hand, it's like it's full to the top, okay? This is the container, it's full, all right? Angry, make sure that facial expression matches, okay? Cow, they have this, okay? Again, that's another one that I just do one-handed, but your book does have it two-handed. To chomp or chew, I just did the gum story with my ASL 1 class, and they did the same sign. So this should be review for you guys. This is like your jaw, okay? And you're chewing up things, okay? Grass is this, I call that a claw hand. It's like an open bent 5, and your palm hits your chin. Thank you, or to express gratitude, we already know. Thank you. You can do that one-handed or two, depending on how much you want to emphasize it. To ask if you're ready. Ready? I learned this as a cross hand shape, like this, but it has morphed over the years, just like English words do, and now it's just a R in the air. This is one of the few signs my kids know, because I sign it with them. This is a time sign, meaning from that point on, it's extremely general. You can use it for almost anything to say, you know, for the future or from that time on. So here's whatever time you're talking about, forward. It could be now, it could be an undefined point in your story, it could be a time when you were a child, forward, okay? From that point on. All right, let's see. It's not a whole lot of new vocab in this, since it's mostly talking about the stories that you guys are doing, which I'm going to go through in a second video. All right, but we do have some vocab for the lion and the mouse, I believe, if I can find it. Yes, you skip to page 431, and I hope you're feeling free to pause this video or whatever you need to do to catch up or practice or shadow me, all right? So again, page 431, this is 12.8 for the lion and the mouse. We are not telling the stories because I expect you guys are working on your fables yourselves. And because if we were in class, we would probably send them to each other, and we can't. So I do want you to be watching these for homework. I think we're almost done with Unit 12 for this week. We should be finishing it. But I'm not expecting you to sign them on video. Okay, sorry, I got off on a tangent. Vocabulary from the lion and the mouse, page 431. Lion, it's like the mane. Okay. Mouse, we should know. Mouse. Search. And as you guys know, you can use two hands for that, if you're really searching hard for something, okay? Sleep. Wake up. Hungry. So we learned thirsty for the last one. This is hungry. C hand there, one movement, okay? And just wander off into the distance. Later on, later, this happened, okay? A rope, I believe this is new. It's an R hand shape, so just like a rope is woven, your fingers are woven for this, and it's like one comes up and one goes down, but it doesn't really matter that much. The point is that they come apart from each other and kind of wiggle, okay? To be trapped or stuck, we know the sign for stuck. It's like this, stuck, okay? Howling or shouting or roaring. This is really a repeated yelling, okay? To hear something, and depending on the hearing, of course, for me, I was just saying, oh, what was that? I heard something, it was a surprise, okay? But you could just be, what did I hear? It really, I mean, as we know, as we've learned the last 2 years, your facial expressions make a big difference. Okay? To escape or flee. From that point on, I think we did that just now. Yes, from that point on, same thing. And best friends. Okay? So friend, of course, is that X hand shape, 2 movements. Best friends. Okay? I think that might be it for vocab. I'm just going through to double check before I stop this video. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Page 442. This is for the fox and the crow. Okay? Yeah, page 442. Number 1, having a talent or unusual ability to perform tasks well. We did this recently, I believe in the last unit, and it was skill. F hand shape means you're really good at that specific thing, okay? To cajole, this is like a person, okay? Person, classifier, and you're like stroking their ego, basically, okay? Cajole, flatter, sweet talk, okay? Just going back and forth, okay? Soap for washing your hair or shampoo. Same as wash your hair, okay? Sparkling or shiny. This is referring to the crow's feathers. So it's that 8 hand shape we all know and love, and just comes off, whew, okay? Like it's sparkling. Referring to the crow's eyes. So obviously this can be directional. Next, a large sparkling diamond ring. So there's a ring, okay? Sparkle. Okay. To lose weight. This is also the sign for pound, sort of pounds. So you do it repeatedly for to losing weight. Losing weight. U hand shapes, and it's coming off, okay? Top of page 443, a sign that begins a hypothetical situation. This says, if you can, I would sign this as if, or suppose, depending on the context, okay? To name or title someone. So we know the sign for name, right? If you are giving someone a name, I named my children. You know, if I were telling the story of how I had my daughter, I would say, you know, my husband and I named her Kate, okay? If I'm later saying, you know, that's my daughter, her name, Kate, okay? So if you're naming her, if you get a dog, you name it Fluffy, okay, or whatever, all right? I would never name a dog Fluffy, but it's a good name for a fluffy dog. Okay. Queen. I think we know this. A Q sign with that funny little circle movement on the chest. To feel let down, we know. Fun 8 hand shape. Make sure you've got your facial expressions. Okay. Someone, an unspecified person. Someone told me, okay? Okay, someone. Someone gave me whatever. You don't know who it is. It's just an unspecified general person. Believe. This is kind of like a compound sign, but there's really no way to translate it. So it's just believe. Okay? Trust. This says to rely upon or place confidence in someone to trust. I would say trust. So you start C hand shapes towards you and they become firm. I trust you. I trust that. Okay? All right, I think that was the end of vocab. Yes. For my second section of this class, I'm going to go through just a couple of key things that you're going to want for your fable presentations. Some of them will apply to your specific fable, some will not. I don't have fables from 2 of you. The Ant and the Grasshopper, the Fox and the Goat, and the one with the scorpion, the frog and the scorpion are taken. So those of you I do not have your story, I need it. And you need to choose from the other 3 options. So we've got the Dog and the Wolf, the Fox and the Stork, and the Wolf and the Kid. I'm going to send out sign-ups for when you can meet with me next week. I'm thinking I need to double check my husband's schedule so he can help with the kids during the times I'm trying to meet with you guys. But what I'm tentatively planning on is having you guys be able to sign up for a time slot Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or the following Monday. I don't want to do anything this Monday in case anybody's out of town for Easter, although most of us probably aren't leaving. And to give you a chance to watch this class. I figure I'm not expecting you guys to watch this over Easter. So you probably won't even see this until Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or the following Monday at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. So it'll be like 20-minute time slots roughly. Or I can do evenings if I have any sign up for those, probably 7 o'clock and 7:30. Okay, so we'll have the option again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday. 1:30, 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night. I hope that all of you guys will be able to find something that works for that. I will be putting my ASL 1 class into those too, so I mean, there aren't a ton of spots open. Hopefully they won't fill up, but if you have one in mind that you want, let us know. I'm going to send a sign out to both classes, so there will be 9 of you that will sign up, and I'm going to ask you guys to reply all and just write in your name on the time slot so that the next person to reply says, oh, right, okay, so Wednesday at 1:30 is already taken, okay? If that makes sense. So that will serve as our class for next week, is you will have a full half hour, which is a lot longer than we usually have, or a full 20 to 25 minutes before the next person will have to call. That's a lot longer than we usually have when we do our hour in class to prepare for these, so I'm hoping that will be a good way to fulfill class for this next week. I may have kids in the background, but I'm going to do my best to distract my kiddos over here. And then I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do our presentation so everybody can see them. But I'll probably have you either upload them or email them to everybody. I know email doesn't always work, especially with the length of these. So YouTube might be a good option if I can find a way to let you guys upload to this YouTube channel. Or I think there's a Veritas YouTube channel, so we might do that. Anyway, that's it for this video. And I'm gonna do the one on fables. And then that'll be it.